Welcome to Pride Rock for a new movie recap. Today, the recapped movie is an American sci-fi adventure film named Dune. Watch the video till the end and don't forget to subscribe for more movies recaps every day. Before the movie starts, let me tell you about Dune. What is Dune? This is the name of a desert planet. This planet is the only source of spice named fuel and drugs. Spice is a source. If we used it as drugs, you will have the supernatural power. The people who are addicted to it, their eyes are blue. You can also make nuclear weapon while using spice. This is the reason Dune planet is important. Now the story starts. This is the story of many years later from our future. Humans have become successful. They are settled in the different planets of this universe. There are different homes in those planets. They rule the seas planets like an emperor. The huge empire is named Corino Empire. Its emperor has an army. None can compete this army. They assume spice good, and due to its addiction their eyes turn blue. A girl named Chani tells how the outsiders were harvesting spice from their land. Rabin gives them instructions who is their leader. Suddenly, on the emperor's order, they leave their planet. None understands why this decision was taken. Now the movie shifts to a planet named Caladan. A boy named Paul and his mother Jessica are shown here. She is a witch. She has many powers. She is teaching Paul to use her powers. Paul tells his mother that he is seeing a dream again and again. He sees a girl with blue eyes in his dreams. She is Chani in real. One day, the king of another planet comes to their planet. He tells to the king, who was Paul's father, how he has to mine spice on the emperor's order. He accepts the emperor's order. Later, Paul meets a warrior of his father and tells him he has seen him dying in his dream. He asks him for his safety, but he takes him lightly. He meets his father and asks his father he wants to become Fremen friend. Fremen are the people who live there, and Chani also belongs from here. After it, Paul takes the training from the war advisor. They are shown while using the energy shield so none will get wound. Rabin is worried because the other king has Iraqis. It means Paul's father has this. Rabin's leader makes them understand this is happening for their advantage. A lady comes here to meet Paul. She knows everything about Paul's dreams. The purpose of this lady's arrival revealed here. She was here to test Paul and thinks Paul is the savior about whom the universe is talking. While leaving, the lady tells his other if it's true, there will be many problems Paul will face. Paul hears all this while standing there. Paul's mother tells him how this savior can save the universe while ending the bad people. Now they get ready to go Iraqis. They reach Iraqis soon. Paul feels how many people come here to see him while considering him savior. Paul's mother thinks maybe the lady has spread this news. Soon they reach the new city. Paul's father orders to start the task of mining of spice. Paul discovers that sandworms also live on this planet. They attract towards them while hearing the walking sound. Fremen walk on the pattern from where the natural sound of the desert creates. Someone tries to end Paul with the help of Bug Hunter. It is discovering he is the man of the another king. The warrior of Paul's father tells him there are many other Fremen live. He says he has brought one of the leader among them. Paul's father tries to become his friend. He says now none will harm you. The leader asks him to end their task and leave. After this, Paul's father moves to see the preparations of mining. He discovers the people who were mining before they leave the machines in a worst condition. He calls a boy immediately. She was a Fremen. She gives them a suit while telling there is a filter system in this suit that makes the dirty water of our body drinkable. So the people will save their life at the desert at the time of trouble. The water for drinking is less in the desert. The people here don't waste even a drop of water. They go to the field by the plain where a machine is mining the spice. While supervising, they suddenly notices a worm. It was coming towards their machine. Paul's father suddenly takes a decision and takes his plane off, so he can help the people trapped in the machine. Paul also moves forward in this task to help the people. Suddenly, he sees visions and becomes unconscious. Then a man takes him from there. They notice the worm for the first time. It was so huge that it swallows the mining machine. Now Paul's father asks everyone they have to start the spice mining soon. Otherwise, there will be problems for them. The girl says she can't help him in all this. Later, A doctor checks Paul. He tells him maybe he faces some allergy because of going into spice. Paul tells his mother he has again seen the blue eyes girl. She was trying to end him. She also notices a knife there. Fremen consider it their strong weapon. He also sees his mother's second child in his dream. She is a girl. He thinks maybe she is his sister. In the next scene, Baron moves forward with his army to attack Iraqis. The doctor gives some medicines to Paul and his father, so they will have sound sleep. Paul's father awakes and notices an injured maid near him. Before he takes any action, a needle pricks him while breaking his shield. Here he understands the doctor has done all this. He is with Baron. Now the doctor takes off the ring of Paul's father. He promises to bring it to Paul. He says while fixing an artificial tooth there is poison filled in this tooth. He can end Baron whenever he will meet her while crushing this teeth with its air. On another side, the companions of Paul discover about Baron's attack. They move forward to fight with them with full strength, but they were weak in front of army. Paul's soldier moves forward to save him, but he doesn't find Paul at his place. Baron's men have caught Paul and his mother Jessica. They were going to throw them in Worm's area. Paul's mother controls them while using her witch power. They fight. Paul and his mother come down. They notice Baron's men have destroyed the whole city. They stop at a place for shelter. The doctor asks Baron to leave his wife. Baron also ends the doctor. Now Baron goes to Paul's father. Paul's father takes out the poisonous gas with the help of that tooth. Baron and his companions die because of it. Some people come there to clean the gas. They notice Baron gets stacked on the wall. He is still alive. Paul finds his father's ring from the doctor's bag. He understands his father is no more. Meanwhile, he sees another vision. He sees he is competing with Emperor's army with that girl. He understands from this vision this may be the clue for the future war. They come out of the place from where they took shelter at night. The soldier comes there while searching for them. He tells them there was a tracking device in the doctor's bag. With its help I have found you. He tells now the girl is also ready for help. They come to that girl's lab and she tells them, this is a testing lab. Paul says, he will accept what his father said. He will include Fremen with him while making them his friend. From this, they will be able to fight together against Emperor. Here, the Emperor's army has found them. The soldier was also ended. One of Paul's dreams come true. Paul and his mother move to a tunnel with that girl. The girl moves to compete with Baron's companions. She puts a device in the land. She will attract worms from it. Meanwhile, Baron's men arrive, and before they can do something, the worm arrives. It swallows them along with the girl. Paul and his mother were moving forward by the plane. Some people chase them, and to escape they enter into a sandstorm. Their helicopter crashes because of it. Baron is shown in the next scene. Rabin tells him Paul and his mother die in the sandstorm. Baron orders to end all the Fremen. Paul and his mother wear the steel suit they find from the helicopter. They find the tribe with the help of the soldier's compass. The worm moves forward to them speedily. Before he swallows them, it stops because it was hearing the device's sound. The device also creates sounds as well as vibration. The worm leaves while hearing this. Moving forward, some Fremen surround them. They discover this is the tribe of the leader who come here to meet his father. They notice the worm doesn't harm them. They consider Paul a savior. Paul meets Chani for the first time. He doesn't tell her anything about his dreams. Now the leader gets ready to take them with him. One of their companion doesn't believe them. He says this was his device. That they escaped from Worm. If Paul is that capable, he has to fight with me. Paul gets ready to fight with him. He sees a vision and hears a voice. The voice says, you have to end inside you to awake the Savior inside you. It means he has to end himself. He comes and gives him the knife. The knife he saw in his dream. Chani says she doesn't consider him a savior. She is giving him this knife so he will be ended like a warrior. Here they start fight. Paul asks her to move back while controlling her. The leader says this fight will be ended on one's death. Paul's mother tells him Paul isn't a killer. He hasn't ended anyone till today. Paul understands the voice was saying him to change himself. Later, he ends the man. He tells his intentions to the Fremen tribe, how he wants to fight with Emperor's army with them. They become agree with him and moves forward to their tribe. Moving forward, they notice a Fremen while riding on a worm. Chani says this is just a start. Here the story ends,